name is Dan Carlson from Carlson Sports and Phoenix Products. We're in North Bay, Ontario, up here in Canada, and we have created a really good motorcycle system, and it was brought about in a really interesting way. We have a really good customer, Jerry, and he was looking for a stereo system for his Honda. And he looked and looked, and the ironic thing is, Jerry, what do you do for a living?
I'm a pro audio sound engineer.
So Jerry does rock concerts.
Worked with many big acts throughout the years, and I'm used to good sound quality, and I couldn't find it in any product on the market.
So Jerry and I got together, and we decided, let's fix this problem. We researched, and any aftermarket stereo system that was available was strictly for the Harley-Davidson products. There was really nothing out there that was suited for any of the metric bikes. So we took that challenge on, and as a Yamaha dealer, we started with our own product, but we now have awesome stereo systems for pretty well any kind of motorcycle, and we'll talk more about that later.
What we did was we took the stock saddlebags off of the different Yamaha models and figured out a method of mounting the speakers onto the saddlebags, and then designed a full stereo to go with it.
I'm going to tell you right now, from a person who has had many motorcycles, has driven multiple motorcycles from Goldwings, Harley Davidsons, different touring bikes. The sound quality was always kind of frustrating for me. I have no knowledge like Jerry does, but I know what sounds good and what I like, and what we were able to come up with, what Jerry was able to come up with, is absolutely spectacular.
Yeah, most touring bikes, you can hear the volume pretty good. In fact, you'll see it later on when we show you the dB results from some of the testing we did. But Harley's been making good stereos for motorcycles for many years, but ours is better. The sound quality, it's like being in your living room. It's totally different. We're in a totally different realm.
I can't stress enough, although the dB ratings are higher, or they can be somewhat close, make no mistake, the clarity of the music and the tones of the bass, a decibel rating seems to just pick up the loud volume
more
part
vocals.
Of it, more of the vocals. But I'm going to tell you the quality of the music at a low volume, at a high volume, is fantastic. Even if you had a motorcycle that had a loud exhaust, and you wanted some music,
you'll still be able to enjoy it.
Yeah, this is about the only system that's going to satisfy you.
The first feature that we designed into the system was the ability to ride your bike and not have to look at your stereo. So the stereo is mounted in the saddlebag or underneath your fairing, and it's controlled by your thumb. So it has a mirror mounted thumb control where you can access
the radio, your Bluetooth from your phone, an SD card, data stick, multiple ways of getting music. And it also has
auxiliary. So if you have a satellite radio system that you want to add to it, it has an auxiliary in as well. The system was designed with safety in mind. All of the features are accessed by your thumb. You don't have to look down at the stereo ever. Stereo is tucked away nice and neat out of the rain, and it's safe. The amplifier is a Class D amp, so that means that it's got lots of power and it won't heat up. So even if you're driving for hours in a hot, humid day, the amp will stay fairly cool. It won't overheat. You know, we tested it on a hot day for about an hour and a half on a ride from North Bay to Sudbury, and it was 68 degrees when they arrived there, and it was playing full tilt all the way with raincoats and all kinds of gear in the bag with it.
Speaking of raincoats, one of the things as a motorcycle guy that, when it comes to stereos, I always wonder, what about water? What about if it's raining? Do I have to cover the speakers? If waters get inside my saddlebags because you're following rain-trenched road, talk about that.
Well, of course, the system is designed so it's water resistant. The speakers are marine grade. They're not 150,000% waterproof, but they are water resistant. If you leave your bike out in the rain for several weeks, it's not going to last as long. It will still be resistant to the water, but if you're leaving your bike outside on a permanent basis, cover it up. I mean, it'll save the bike in the long run and your stereo.
Excellent. So right now, what do we have for current offerings? What models for our customers out there? They have a certain model of what today can we offer them?
So if you have a Stratoliner, we have a full replacement stereo, so your two front speakers, plus we have the two speakers to go onto the saddlebags with the mounts. If you have soft bags, we have hard bags that we do sell with the stereo. If you have a 1300 Deluxe, we have a direct stereo replacement for that one as well, which will replace your front two speakers. And again, we have the saddlebag mounted speakers for that as well. Now the other models that we do cover are the Royal Star 900 with the stock saddlebags.
So if I had let's say a Honda Shadow, and I wanted a stereo system, could Phoenix help this customer?
Yes, we offer a line of saddlebags with the stereo.
The saddlebag kit is adaptable to pretty well any motorcycle. If you have a really unusual motorcycle, we can even work with you to make a custom fit. You can contact us at carlsonsports.com or call us at 705-472-9212. And you can call us directly. We can answer any technical question you have. The saddlebag, just to give you an idea on price, $499 for the kit. That's not per side, for two saddlebags. And then of course we have a custom ring that fits on that'll accept the stereo, because when you think of, well, where do the speakers go? We got a kind of hole in the saddlebag, special ring, looks like jewelry on the motorcycle. It's a really pretty piece, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, and that was the whole key to the entire system, was developing the ring to fit on the curved saddlebags that the metric bikes had. Almost every metric bike has a curved saddlebag. Well, you can't mount a speaker on a curved bag without it being distorted. And we developed this system, and it works great. And the saddlebags actually work as a great enclosure for the speaker that we've included in the system, which creates great bottom end. It's almost like having subs on your bike.
Some of our customers out there are handy. Some just prefer to just drive it. If for a first-time guy who's has a little bit of handyman knowledge, what kind of installation time would he be looking at?
Probably, if a guy had any knowledge of installing stereos, whether it be in a car or building a little stereo at home, probably would take a guy about 2 hours to install this system.
Okay, and
it's very easy. It's user-friendly. Everything is well marked out. It's all plug and play. All you need is power.
So the instructions are fairly easy to read and comprehensive?
Yeah, so we have all the instructions to go with it. If you order the saddlebags, we'll pre-install the speakers in the saddlebags if you buy the system. That way there, you just have to worry about mounting your saddlebags and hooking up your power.
Excellent. Where can we ship?
Worldwide.
Excellent.
Shipping worldwide, Parts Unlimited. For any Yamaha bikers out there, you can go to Parts Unlimited. They have full stock of our system.
You can go to your local motorcycle shop and they should be able to look up Phoenix stereo system, and they should be able to provide it for you. If your motorcycle shop does not, you can contact us at carlsonsports.com or dan@carlsonsports.com for an email, and we'll get back to you with pricing, availability, and everything.